So if we were facing one another, you know, it would feel more natural.
Certainly feel more natural. I mean, it's kind of odd that we're just discussing this now.
You hear a buzz? I hear a buzz.
There's a slight buzz.
It's fine.
Can the folks hear the buzz? What is this? 16? 17?
High enough that the number doesn't matter anymore.
We're losing track.
We're in it.
We're in it. But yes, it does feel a little weird. I see what you're saying. I mean at this point, I'm used to it.
We've done 16 episodes like this.
Not true.
The first 3 we did.
Aren't there a couple live?
On your... we didn't count those to the number.
That's right. Those don't count towards the number. Interesting. Well...
But even those we did on a couch next to one another.
Yeah. If anything, that was my couch, and that was a little bit... I think the first episode we did
I don't think they know what we're talking about yet, but we're talking about our setup here in the studio.
Yeah, there's been some discussions about the studio that were, our home, really. This is what we call
constantly trying to evolve and make it look and feel better.
We do.
But also, we're worried about the fatigue on our necks. Or maybe we should just switch sides. It'll even out the fatigue, because you'll be looking left and I'll be looking right.
So then if we're lucky, in 20 years, our necks will just be stiff but perfectly straight.
Or both sides of our neck will be fucked up.
Right. It's a risk you got to take. Or we could just change the studio. I don't want to be, 45, 50 and, be like stuck in this position just because this is what it's going to the store and, having to converse with people. Mm-hmm. Having them always having to stand over my right shoulder.
And it also causes, the awkwardness because, we try to look at the camera sometimes, and then you're just talking. If you're facing this way, right now you're just talking to the side of my ear.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm talking to the side of your ear.
Right, yeah. So what is your ideal setup? Is it me and you across from each other, almost as if we were at a dining room table?
Across from one another would be a little... I feel like it would look better, and it would feel better.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're obviously the better one with camera setups and lights and everything, but... If we were both sitting across from one another, doesn't that then give us a need for a second camera? One on my face and one on yours.
Not so much a need, but...
Because otherwise, the viewer is looking at us sideways.
They would be looking at a profile.
Our profiles.
Of us. Yeah.
Right. Unless we get a camera to look at directly on and yours directly on. But then that's more editing for you because then when we're talking, you got to switch the camera.
It's not that big a deal.
It's more work than we do now. Right now, there's very little
we
involved.
Find an intern.
Again with this? I don't know about this. I don't want to say anything, but
We find an intern who wants to man these cameras and then edit the video.
Apply. GaragePartyPodcast@gmail.com. Is that even our email? Yeah, right? Okay.
Yep.
If you want to be an intern, I don't know why you would, but if you do, apply. You can run our cameras.
Yep.
We'd love to have you on the team. We don't know who you are, what your skills are, who you are, criminal record. We have no idea of any of this. But if you're interested, the job is yours. How about that?
Felonies welcome.
Felonies are welcome. Preferably nothing. Let's try to keep everything below rape and murder.
And so no felonies.
Nah.
I mean, there's other felonies.
How do you feel about armed robbery?
That's probably worse than murder.
Only for your TV. I don't know.
I'd rather have a murderer work for me than a robber. Because
I think that you're
the murderer.
That may be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard you say.
I was gonna explain. Because a robber maybe might rob you.
Are you not seeing the irony in your own statement? So the robber may rob you, but the killer might what? Make you tea?
Yeah, there's a lot of people get booked for murder that aren't they might have just snapped one day. Maybe, as long as you stay on their good side, they're not going to murder you. But a robber, I feel like they're going to try and rob you. It's what they do. It's how they're wired.
So you would actually rather have somebody work for you? Does this apply to all facets of your life? Would you rather be friends with a murderer than a robber?
I was talking about this job.
Okay, but what about if we branched it out? Let's say you met somebody tomorrow and you two just absolutely hit it off. You became best friends. You went to the bar together. You hung out, went to games together. You became really close, right? And then one day in the bar, he gets drunk and he tells you, "Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You're becoming one of my good friends. I gotta tell
I'm
you
a
the truth.
murderer.
I just got out of jail. I did 20. I'm out on parole for good behavior, but I did murder 3 people 18 years
So
ago."
you gotta look at his case by case, like, oh, what happened? And if he tells you a story that's like,
Self-defense, you'd be all right, obviously, I'm assuming.
yeah,
Okay. What if he just snapped?
I'd be a little concerned, but I'd be like, all right, well, I seem to be on his good side. We're okay.
Well, what if those 3 people at one point were on his good side?
Maybe they were.
I don't know. I think I'm taking the armed robber 10 times out of 10, to be honest with you. I don't even think it's a debate.
Those thieves are
Possessions you can get back. Your life, that's a
armed robbery,
one
though.
shot
If someone
deal.
comes in your house and pistol whips you, that's
Yeah, it sucks. Sucks.
I'd rather get murdered.
You breathing in too many fumes at work? What's going on over there? You'd rather get murdered than get pistol whipped?
Not enough face-to-face interaction.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Well, I don't like this either, because now I just have a perfect view of your crotch. I don't know if
That's what
I
they
want that
usually
either.
have.
Yeah, I know.
They're eye level to it.
They are, yeah. Every time that they pull up the YouTube, they're like, well, there it is. I don't know. I mean, I can't even believe I have to have this conversation.
Something to think about, right?
I mean, pistol whip has to be extremely painful, but you will wake up eventually. Death, it's over. You're done. Gone.
That's if you faint.
Finished.
If you just get pistol whipped and you're lying there with a bloody nose and a guy with a gun is still over you taking your shit.
I mean, I feel like after he pistol whips you, you kind of just got to let him have it, right?
I feel like you also catch an assault charge there, right? Yeah.
If you
Armed robbery, assault
assault,
in the first degree.
it's a good 20 years. Yeah, that's
It's a
good,
felony.
That's a good 20 years. It probably also depends on how hard he hit you, right? Like if you're in a coma for like 6 weeks, that's attempted murder. I think the charge gets bumped up.
Really?
I think so. If the case proceeds while you're in a coma, what do they charge him with? Where it can go either way. You can live or you can die. I feel like he's got to get attempted murder.
Yeah, if you die
If you die 6 months later from the
While he's
shot that he
still
gave
in-
you, yeah, you're gonna be charged with murder. Absolutely.
they'll switch it mid-trial,
No, I think they would.
they have to rearrange.
They might hold him in court until your fate is decided.
I feel like we're not educated enough to really be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this, but it's a good
If you're,
question.
if you're pre-law, explain this to us in garagepartypodcast@gmail.com.
So basically, we're going to be getting emails from future lawyers and ex-cons.
Someone
Anybody
telling us a
who-
story of their story. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so basically I hit him in the face with my pistol.
Yeah. What kind of accent was that?
It was
That's
a
Southern?
gangbanger.
I thought it was Southern.
I don't know. It was a gangbanger.
That's your gangbanger accent?
I mean,
To me, it sounded like the guy was from Arkansas.
could have been.
Gangbangers all over the country.
There's some gangs in Little Rock.
Can you name me another town in Arkansas? I bet you can't.
Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
On a good day, I probably can.
I don't think so. It's very hard. I've tried this before.
I feel like I knew where the stadium in Wisconsin is.
Why are you saying Wisconsin? We're talking about Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was just thinking
Wisconsin, I can name a decent number of towns.
I don't think I can name one.
Madison.
Sounds right.
Unfortunately, for all the wrong reasons, I can now name Kenosha. There's Madison, Sheboygan, Green Bay, Milwaukee. Come on, that's easy.
Sheboygan's in Minnesota.
It's in Wisconsin.
It's in Wisconsin?
Yeah. Milwaukee and Green Bay. You just got to go based off the sports teams. It's the easiest way to go. But Arkansas, everybody knows Little Rock. But then once they say that, they got nothing.
Let's at least look. What's the The capital's not Little Rock, is it?
I feel like it would have to be, wouldn't it? I mean, that's like the main hub. Are you looking up like Arkansas towns, or are you looking up like the capital?
I just typed in Arkansas to see what else comes up.
Anything? Anything good?
So far, just Little Rock.
Yeah.
Who does Arkansas work for? Little Rock is the capital.
Yeah, I figured that. What else would it be?
We don't know.
There's no other option for Arkansas to have a capital. Everybody only knows Little Rock. Told you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up on a map, and I'll name you some towns.
I mean, you can literally just Google, like, Arkansas towns, and be like, okay.
Arkansas, United States. Oh, Fayetteville.
You knew that?
I didn't know the name. Yeah.
Arkansas cities by population, huh?
What's second?
Uh,
Is Little Rock even first?
I mean, there's a lot of, like, cities. This is just giving me, like, in alphabetical order.
This is an interesting one.
What?
You're gonna laugh at this.
The name of the town?
Yeah.
What is it?
Arkadelphia. We should just end the fucking episode on that.
Sounds like one of your bad jokes. Arkadelphia.
We
Well, I'll
should
be
go.
a
Let's
son of a
fucking
bitch.
go. What does it look like? What's the weather like? In
Google
Arkadelphia?
Arkadelphia nightlife.
Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
Imagine it's like some hidden gem.
Arkadelphia is a city in Clark County, Arkansas, United States. As of the 2010 census, the population was 10,714.
Do you think that's the most embarrassing thing, telling somebody where you live?
Arkadelphia.
I live in
Their
Arkadelphia,
population
Arkansas.
is less than the building we're in right now.
Yeah.
That's not true, but
It's, well, yeah.
it's not even close to true. but-
No, I was going to say. 10,000 is a decent number of people. Probably like a one stoplight town, One red light
It
town.
is situated at the foothills of the Ochita Mountains.
Oh, sounds nice.
2 universities they have at Arkadelphia: Henderson State, and Ochita Baptist University.
Which means if there's 2 colleges, then there's got to be a decent nightlife there.
3-star hotels average at $102 a night in Arkadelphia.
3-star, huh? Is that as high as it goes?
I mean, what is 3 stars really getting you in Arkadelphia?
That'll probably get you what you paid for. $102 a night,
10% sales tax. They are out of their fucking mind.
though. Arkadelphia?
Arkadelphia.
Who do you think's paying for all that stuff in Little Rock?
The Arkadelphia.
For the Arkadelphians.
All 10,000 of
The
them.
funds got to come from somewhere.
10% sales tax.
Yep.
What do you think of a house?
In Arkadelphia?
Yeah, the average cost.
Now, you know what I'm curious about? Airbnbs in Arkadelphia. You think they exist?
It's probably at, I think that Google factors that in to that price I gave you. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's
Like
probably,
the-
the average is 100. But pull them up. Let's see what they look like.
All right. Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Find a place to stay. We'll be there tomorrow, and we leave on Wednesday the 30th.
Sounds good. Was that
Sound nice?
4 days, 3 nights? in
2
Arkadelphia?
adults, me and you.
Bunking up.
Polk County.
Nothing in Arkadelphia. Huh?
Wow, 55% of places in Polk County for your dates and guests are already booked. Damn.
Short notice. So Arkadelphia is
So I'm gonna.
booming.
So this place,
booming
the
town, huh?
Rose. This place. See, it's called
Uh-huh.
the Rose. They seem to have a stranglehold on the Airbnb in Arkadelphia. They have several rooms
Are they like
available.
the Stay Alfred of?
Now we could stay at this in. All right, let's just see. Okay, so this is $67 a night in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Looks very nice. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It does look really nice.
Doesn't it? That's a nice living room. Fireplace,
What else
TV,
is Arkansas like?
big
close to?
bedroom. I just don't know what exactly we would do in Arkadelphia. Now, I would go to Arkansas, but it would have to be for a college football game, right? I feel like that has to be 95% of their tourism. Has to be to go see the Razorbacks. You think I'm wrong?
I mean, I can't think of a better thing, but I don't think you are correct.
I would say 75%. What do you think is a good number?
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair. I think
Even the 90%.
I think even more.
was like
Yes.
I don't know anything else.
It's probably in like the 75 to 85 range of tourism to Arkansas has to revolve around the Razorbacks. Because I know that I would go there for that reason. Like if Georgia was playing, shout out Georgia, got the new hat. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's got the Georgia logo on it.
I see it.
If Georgia was playing in Arkansas, which they are on opening weekend, unfortunately there won't be any fans there.
I just lost Arkadelphia.
I would go.
Oh, I found it again.
And I might stay in a cottage. Right? Get the full Arkadelphia effect.
So where is the Arkansas Stadium
Come on.
in relation to Arkadelphia?
It's in Little Rock. I don't know how far that is, but I'm, you know.
The Razorbacks play at Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
So that's actually relative. It looks like it's pretty far from Arkadelphia.
A little bit of a trip.
A lot of bit of a trip. Let's map it. Let's pull it up.
Razorbacks Stadium. Oh, I had it. Okay. Razorback Stadium. Any guesses on how long it would take us to drive from here?
To Razorback Stadium?
Yes. From Bayside, Queens.
I'm going to go 17, 18 hours.
Longer.
22.
Right in the middle, 20.
Okay.
20 hours and 9 minutes. You want to road trip it?
I guess, oh yeah. I was looking at it pretty zoomed out. Because I've done the Chicago drive. I've done Florida drive, so I was kind of.
I mean, this is like far.
Yeah.
This is far.
It's a third of the way across the country.
But the first thing you're going to do is make a right on 213th Street, if that helps you. Yeah.
My car is actually on your street right now, so I would go.
Your car right now is at the Bay Terrace.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They took it.
But the
Arkadelphia is 3.5 hours.
we get on the Cross
Razorback
Bronx.
Stadium.
We keep left towards the George Washington Bridge. How many miles do you think we're on the same road?
It depends which road you're talking about.
Well,
Let's see.
all right, how many
We would take 95 south for a while.
Damn. Whew. This is the longest I think I've ever been on a road. As if I'm going to do this. But
you're on the couch.
if I were to do it, this is the longest I've ever been on a road, and it's not even close.
What's the longest you've been?
Definitely not this.
How far have you driven? You done You drove to Pittsburgh, right? Is that 8 hours?
I didn't drive there. Flew.
But
how many miles do you think is the longest road that you're on?
You gotta get west. So I feel like you switch a few times. I don't think you're on any road more than 220 miles.
Right on the nose. 220 miles.
Exactly 220
Exactly
miles?
220 miles.
I've done some driving.
Yeah, right on the nose, 220 miles. There's also about 4 roads that you're on for 170 miles.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a trip to Donald Reynolds Stadium out there in
across
Arkansas.
that Mississippi, too. Look at it winding.
Yeah.
Look at it go.
The old Mississippi. The old man.
Do you think the Arkansas people are
Old Man River.
Do you think they're salty that they share a border with these other states that border the Mississippi, and it's not called
the Arkansas River? I guess. No, I don't think so at all, because it's been the Mississippi River for like 200 years. You think the people in Little Rock are like, this is an outrage? I mean, that song, Old Man River, was probably written, I think, like in 1910.
Is there?
I mean,
there's probably an Arkansas River already.
Now, here's a question for you. We've discussed it on this show before, where our next trip's going to be, and I know one of the front runners is Nashville, Kentucky. How far is Kentucky from Arkansas?
Not that bad. I know. You see these little.
I don't think that's that far.
You see this thing? I was using the miles to gauge it.
I don't think that's that far.
It's not that bad. Let's map it though.
It's doable. Do we do it?
Nashville to Arkadelphia?
Yeah, why not? Let's go see the sights at the foothills of the whatever the hell those
The
mountains are.
Okeechobee.
The Okeechobee.
That's not what it is.
How could you go to Nashville and not see the Okeechobee Mountains?
Oh, is there an Arkadelphia in Alabama as well?
You know what I think, Jenny?
There's an Arkadelphia in Alabama as well.
I think you should go home
That
to
one's only
Greenbow,
200
Alabama.
Good Lord. Arkadelphia's everywhere.
I got to be honest with you. Alabama's on my list. I want to go there one day. Birmingham. I want to go.
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. That's exactly where I want to go
A
to.
whopping 7 hours and 25 minutes from Nashville to Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
That's not bad.
Jesus Christ, Mel. You just crop dusted.
Damn. It's like you did it on purpose.
He farted, got up, walked away for a second.
Just so that
and came back into the cloud.
No, it's just so that it would,
so it would
circulate.
So it would look like it was me. You think this smell came out of my ass?
No way.
Mo.
No, he did it because he wanted to, get it moving. He didn't want it to just stay in one spot. He wanted it to, circulate the room so that everybody knew about it. This is the second week in a row he's done this to us. Our intern, the one we already have, is not working out great. Ex-felons are becoming more appealing to me by the second.
Yeah, it's not that big. Just don't be a robber.
Yeah, murder and rape is fine.
No rapes either.
What do you think is worse, murder or rape?
Rape.
Yeah.
In the hierarchy of today's podcast goes armed robbery, rape, murder.
Arkadelphia.
Arkadelphia might be somewhere in between armed robbery and rape.
Don't do that to the Arkadelphians.
I have 10,000 pissed off people in Bayside.
Yeah.
In the courtyard outside my window.
All the Arkadelphians come
What's
to
the population
Bayside.
of Bayside?
You think it's more than 10,000?
I feel like it's got to be.
Bayside's not that big. I feel like you go down Bell 2 blocks and you're in Flushing. So if you're asking about specifically Bayside.
Yeah, it might not be.
Yeah.
10,000 might be a good amount. But it's probably like a tenth of the size of Arkadelphia.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Any guesses?
I think it's more than 10,000.
Okay. You are correct, but what's the number? Also, keep in mind that this is taken in 2010.
Okay, now that I looked at the actual size, so it goes a little bit past the clear view to what looks like the service road of 495. I'm going to say it's like 22,000 people. 33,000 people. Really?
Don't go too far now. You're getting closer.
You did it pretty emphatically, though, so I feel like I'm still at least 9,000 off.
You are.
So
what was your last guess? 33?
33.
You're very close with your 9,000 guess. A little more. You've already gotten it wrong. You've already gotten it wrong 4 times, so you're not gonna get it right. Just throw a number out.
I want to get it right on the third one. Though.
Uh,
It's like playing Battleship.
You're sunk.
It's either 39 or it's 41.
Both are incorrect.
I gave you 2 more. A7.
43. 43,000.
A7.
43,308.
So it was 10. Okay, 10,000. I was
10,000
off by
more.
10,000.
Well, technically, you're really only off by 1,000 because you said I feel like I'm 9,000 off. Really, you were 10,000 off.
I thought I was within 9,000.
No.
So it could have been like another 2,000.
43,000. So that's, what is that? Is that triple Arkadelphia?
Quadruple, no? They were 10,000.
Yeah. Wow.
20,000 would be double. 30,000 would be triple.
What do you think is the lowest populated town in America? What do you think that is? Do you think that there's a
Do you
town?
think I would know it?
No, I'm just asking.
I didn't even know Arkadelphia until today.
I mean, if I had known that there was an Arkadelphia, I guarantee you that would have been one of my guesses.
We're never going to forget it. This is the most Arkadelphia's ever been said.
Guaranteed. In fact, when we release this podcast, we need to tag
titled,
all things Arkadelphia.
It's going to be titled Arkadelphia.
But we need to, like, tag everything in Arkadelphia.
Okay.
It'll probably take you, like, 3 minutes to do it, but we need to, like, tag everything in Arkadelphia.
It's going to be titled Live from Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
Well, that's just false advertising. Watch the mayor, like, of Arkadelphia reach out to us and be like, thank you so much. Like, you're welcome here anytime. We get a key to the city.
They build us a studio.
How many guests do you think we'll get in Arkadelphia?
That we get to face each other in?
I want the key to the city of Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
I mean, if we had every Arkadelphian listening, that's 10,000 more listeners than we get right now.
I'm going to say that not every Arkadelphian will listen, but if we can get half, I think that would be pretty cool. Let me pull up something for you, because I think this is where you're going to get the most, right? So what do people love more than anything? They love food and they love beer. So let's look up the best bars and restaurants in Arkadelphia and then tag them in this episode.
Okay. This is all stuff that can be off the air.
Yeah, but I'm just really curious, and I don't want to wait.
Okay. Cut the sound bites, too.
Best bars and restaurants in
They're about to get a big shout-out.
Arkadelphia, Arkansas. I got to tell you something. Arkadelphia, Arkansas is sounding a lot more appealing to me as this show goes on.
They're getting a big shout-out, too. Cause,
wow.
You know, we're in Bayside. We're quadruple their size.
They have some good-looking places. They got the 67 Grill great rating. Slim and Shorty's. The Hamburger Barn. Java Primo Coffee House. I told you, this has to be like a pretty...
Dunkin' Donuts.
This has to be like
runs on it.
Allen's Barbecue Company. Los Agaves Mexican Restaurant.
Many cuisines.
This Pine Street seems to be very, very popular. I saw Pine Street. Yeah, Pine Street for Dunkin'.
That's their Bell Boulevard.
That's exactly right. Pine Street for the Hamburger Barn. You know what it is? 2 colleges there. You got to have something. The kids got to be happy in the area with some kind of food and drink.
I mean, one of them was like a Baptist Catholic college.
Chicken Express. What does that mean? Are they not allowed to drink?
It means they probably have Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. But that's actually not on the list. But Chicken Express is.
Arby's.
Feels like an Arby's.
Chicken Express.
Chicken Express.
That doesn't look great, honestly. Those look like some dry-ass pieces of chicken. Sorry, Arkadelphia. Nice. They got dead deer on the wall, though.
Gotta imagine it's a big hunting town, right?
Maybe. We don't know what this place looks like.
Oh, boy. Look at this. That's outside.
Is that a banjo?
No, that's your standard guitar. I want you to tag everything in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, because I think that they know how to have a good time out there.
Yeah. What is there to do?
It's like a friendly worker.
Oh yeah.
Let's tag them. See how it works out. We'll tag them all. Arkadelphia, we're coming for you, baby. We may do a live show from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. We are going to bring...
Going to tour the whole country.
Yeah.
Arkadelphia, first stop.
Agreed.
And then we'll circle back and do these shows.
Yeah. We'll circle back after Arkadelphia and,
Or maybe we'll hit Arkadelphia,
go from there.
Arkansas, and then hit Arkadelphia, Alabama, and compare.
If I'm going to Alabama, I'm going to
Philadelphia and find out what the best Adelphia is.
I have a feeling Philadelphia is going to win that, but...
Maybe not.
Unless, yeah, you don't know. And there could be other Adelphias that we're missing across the country.
Should I look?
I mean, if there's one in Arkansas and Alabama, who's to say there's not one in Mississippi?
I mean, I didn't know there was more than one.
Do you want to go to Mississippi?
Mississippi, I'll go, yeah.
I would go to Mississippi.
Yeah.
But I feel like Mississippi... not going to be the highlight of our trip. No offense to the Mississippians.
Oh, we're doing this in the same trip?
No, of course not. But it won't be one of our highlight trips. That's what I'm saying.
Where in Mississippi you want to
That's my point. I don't know if there is a That I don't know if there is like a place in Mississippi where you got to get to. It's not like Tuscaloosa or Little Rock.
Jackson?
I mean, nobody's ever said I need 2 weeks in Biloxi.
Is that in Mississippi?
Yeah.
I mean, where would you, like, if you wanted to go see the Mississippi River, where would you even go?
I mean, it runs for like 100 miles.
I know, but, like, is there a spot that people pick?
A place people pick to go see the water? I mean, I don't know. How much do you think houses are? So you know how like we had that lake house in Little York? How much do you think houses are on the Mississippi River?
Say less, fam. I'll tell you right now.
I'll leave this to you. You're usually good at this.
I'm a Zillow machine.
Go to Airbnb. Maybe when we go, we stay on the Mississippi River. That old man river.
You're going to hit
he
other amenities
just
on waterfront.
keeps rolling.
Reset.
He don't
And we're gonna
say
go.
nothing.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to teach you something over here.
You just tell me what they look like and where they are, and I'll be there.
That's Memphis. That's not Mississippi. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis is very close to the... That's where you go if you want... I've just answered my own question.
Memphis.
If you want to see the Mississippi River, you go to Memphis.
Yeah, we could do that when we're in Nashville.
Look.
We could also go to...
Ooh, look at these.
We could also go to Elvis Presley's house.
Wow.
Graceland. We can see where Martin Luther King was shot.
Some very affordable real estate over here.
That's $1 million.
Yeah, but there was a $138,000 one. I'd rather look at the pictures of the $1.2 million.
Okay.
Look at this. It looks beautiful. Right on the
Of
Mississippi
course
River.
it's beautiful. It's 1.3 mil. It better be. 1.3 mil in Memphis?
Awesome. Just
It's beautiful.
great.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's Tennessee living. Look at this shower.
It's gorgeous.
That's my dream shower right there.
That's almost like a porno shower.
All right, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Tell me it's not a
I
porno
kinda know what
shower.
it means, but
You know exactly what it means. That looks like a porno shower. I know what it means. But it's
a lot to offer in
Memphis.
Memphis. Look at this walk-in closet.
God almighty. That thing is huge. Are we sure that's not where Elvis
She
lived?
said. I'm pretty sure it's not where Elvis lived.
How far is that house from Graceland?
I don't know where Graceland is.
Memphis.
It's Graceland is in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you yell at me like I was supposed to know that? Fuck. I don't listen to Elvis.
You know, Tennessee might be a very underrated state. Between Nashville and Memphis, there's a lot going on there.
I know. It made us forget all about Arkadelphia.
No. Settle down. We'll make our way there eventually. We just have to, curve our way through Tennessee first.
Ooh, this one's 1.5 million. 3 stories, 4 beds, 4 baths.
Gorgeous.
Right on the Mississippi River. Look at that nice little fire pit.
Gotta imagine this is what like these are probably limited to what? Where the Memphis Grizzlies buy homes? Right?
I don't know.
I can't imagine that
there could be some hidden wealth in Memphis. But there are some, like, affordable ones over here. Let's look. Well, let's find it again. I saw one that was like 100,000. Or we can also just search for lots of land and build our own.
You're a big.
There it is.
You're a big proponent of building your own.
I sent him a Facebook
Yeah.
listing not that long ago.
You're a big
Let's
proponent
buy some
of
land
just
in upstate
buying
New York."
land. Yeah.
It's an investment. Sounded good.
But do you realize how long that
You
would
were
take?
like, "Do you want to buy it? Let's go."
Do you think it's cheaper to buy the land and then build your own home, or to just buy the home done?
I think it is cheaper.
Laborers and everything. I mean, we're talking about a lot of work, depending on what kind of house you want.
Yeah, but then sometimes and then you're also getting the house you want. People
Well,
buy
yeah,
a
I mean,
house.
nobody's forcing you to buy anything.
What do you mean?
Like, you're always going to get the house you want. You're not going to buy a house you don't want.
No, what I'm saying is you get it exactly how you want it, like to the specs you want it,
Okay.
and like the things in it you want.
Well,
Like
the
people
things
buy
in
a
it,
house and then change the whole kitchen.
Right. You would
don't have
just
to
build the kitchen that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. But the kitchen you want is probably expensive.
It could be, but also expensive also is buying a
But I feel
whole
like
house
now-
and then tearing half of it apart and
But I feel like
renovate.
now, if you go that route, you're not only buying the kitchen that you want, you're buying the people who have to build it, you're buying the laborers who have to inspect it, you're buying the tools it takes to build it. Like, instead of just buying it ready-made,
I think it all
factors in.
it evens out
Okay.
because you're just instead of just buying a house that's already built,
I mean, you also have to make sure that you're not hiring, wackadoos to build your house. You don't want to be
you get a good builder,
you don't want to be making some French toast and the whole goddamn thing collapses on your head.
good architect to,
Lay it out. You just kind of sit down and go over the plans with them.
I'd imagine it goes something like that.
Like,
yeah.
I want this here, I want this here, I want this here.
Because I was really young for it, but they had built my house, and I remember going to like models of the house I had, but in other locations.
Wow, that's cool. Well, who knows? Maybe we buy land.
Because they just build the same.
But where would we buy land?
I don't know.
That's the question. If we
Not-
buy it,
not Arkadelphia. I'm sorry, people.
yeah, that's not where that would not be my first place. Memphis though, that's got some potential.
That Mississippi River
You build a house right on the Mississippi River.
has me wanting to go to Memphis.
I feel
That's-
like you though
we're-
you
we can
wouldn't
add that
even
to the
want
list.
to you wouldn't even want to keep that house. You would build the house and then want to sell it, and then do it again. It's like just flipping houses.
See, yeah, I feel like that's the long.
Let's
way.
say it.
That's
Let's say
the-
it costs you.
That's the long way to flip houses, probably.
Right, but let's say it costs you $500,000 to build a house.
It's also like,
In
do you get a
Memphis.
mortgage if you just buy a plot of land, or do you have to like?
I really don't know how that works. I don't know. You literally built it from the ground, so I have no idea. I don't know.
I guess
You
you're just,
definitely
I
have
guess
to get
it's
things
probably
like-
the same thing. You're just getting a loan. That's all a mortgage
But
is.
you definitely have to get things like inspected, and you got to get things like sorted out. There has to be some kind of a legal
Yeah, no, you're
ramification.
paying
You're
all
definitely
those
paying
people.
taxes on the house. Like you're
No, yeah,
you know.
you're paying all those people
Right.
that come and do all that.
But let's say you built your house for $500,000, and then somebody walking down the street was like, "Damn, that's a beautiful house. I'll give you $900,000 for it."
Of course, unless you don't want to sell.
Right. But let's say you built it for you, and then somebody offered you $900,000 after you just spent $500 building your dream house. But now somebody else is willing to offer you $400,000 more for it. Do you sell it and start over again with the profits that you made off the first house,
Maybe. 'cause
or do
then
you just mail it in and say, you know what, this is
I
my
mean,
dream
if
house?
it's really my dream house, like, oh, I wish I had another $100,000, and then someone offers me $400,000 more, then yeah, you do it and you build another real dream house that you weren't
with
short.
that money, and then maybe like,
But then maybe you build another one, and you're like, damn, I wish I had another $90,000.
and then somebody offers you another
1.3
$100,000.
million.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like that's the long way to flip houses.
Yeah, it for sure is.
Like,
It's an interesting
It
proposition.
probably
though.
takes so fucking long to build a house from scratch.
Year and a half, 2 years tops. I mean, minimum, right? Because they can't work in the winter, depending on where you build in the house, unless it's like California or something.
I don't know if it takes that long.
I mean,
Some renovations take really long.
if you want it like to go up pretty quickly, probably like 8 months minimum.
Like made with Elmer's glue.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to sleep in there though. But no, I'd definitely be interested in buying land. I don't know. I just love going on Zillow and like looking at houses and being like, I will never be able to afford this.
Average is 6.7 months.
So 7 months. I said 8. So things if something goes wrong, let's say 8, 9 months.
Let's also Google, is it cheaper to... Someone's listening to us. Because all I typed in was is.
Yeah, see, that's
That's fucking sketchy, right?
that's sketchy.
I typed in is, and the first thing to come up is
Is
it
it
cheaper to build a house?
Somebody's definitely listening to us. That's definitely sketchy.
What in the hell was that?
Maybe we should say something like crazy and see if it comes up on our phone.
I mean, you already said porn shower. That didn't come up, so thank...
What's something I can Google? What does a porn shower look like? You think that would come up if I typed in like what does?
Type what, and see what comes up now. What does a porn shower look like? What does a porn shower look like?
What does a porn shower look like?
Does it look like a bitch?
Nah.
Wow. Google cut out all
Pete Davidson though has one.
the porno shower.
Yeah.
Was it really mean? Like, was it used?
I don't know if it's like an official term, but like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I kind of do, but like, what does it really mean?
It has like that little bench, that could be used for certain things. But like, it's that's kind of what it looked like. I'm not, it is what it is. Nobody wants to say it, Everybody, they just know it. I've also noticed what the buzzing is, by the way. It's whenever you get closer to the board.
I feel like it's just the outlet I have it plugged into. It's called a ground loop.
But if you move your head closer to that board, you'll hear the buzzing louder.
Because I think the outlet is actually omitting the sound.
Oh, okay.
It's called a ground loop.
Ground loop. There's a term. So, Arkadelphia, I think, will have to be put on hold because I really want to do Tennessee.
What was I about to say? Oh, yeah, keep going. Go ahead.
I really want to do Tennessee first. I think we would have a good time there. Not only can we do Nashville and Memphis, but we can also see the Mississippi River, which would, cross off a nice bucket list item. We'd also go into Kentucky, get a little bourbon.
Maybe find an Airbnb right where that $1.5 million house was.
That would be nice. I would love that. Yeah, we should look into that for like our next trip. But yeah, I'd be in for it, for sure.
What I was about to say is it's 40 minutes and we haven't mentioned anything about what we said we were going to talk about.
40 minutes, huh? Why? Arkadelphia really took us on a ride, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's only so many things we could say about the NFL. Let's be honest. Rough week.
Rich is starting to turn on the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, the facts are facts. Team stinks. Rough week for the NFL, though. A lot of their top stars got hurt. A lot of top stars get hurt.
They inspected the MetLife turf today.
Yeah, they said it's fine.
It's completely fine.
No issues. I mean, players are going to get hurt. Yeah, players are going to get hurt when you land on their legs and bend backwards. Like, that's going to happen. It has nothing to do with the turf.
I'm no longer rooting for the 49ers. The nerve on them to say it's the fucking turf.
Let's be honest. MetLife Stadium is a dump. But the turf is actually fine.
It's completely fine.
Turf is fine. No issues. They just had bad luck, and they're pissed off. They went to the Super Bowl last year. They're not going this year because now they have 3 of their best defensive players out for the year.
They're still probably going to
And they're starting quarterback.
They're going to mop the floor with the Giants this week and still be complaining about it.
I don't know. The Giants have been competitive. Look up the spread in that game. I might be inclined to take the Giants if it's like a pretty wide margin. No Jimmy Garoppolo. The defense is missing like 4 of its best players. Granted, Saquon Barkley just got hurt, but
they'll find a way.
I don't know. What's the spread there? Might be like Giants +3. I think they're at home, right? So it can't be like that huge.
Yeah,
I would say like Giants +3. That would be my guess. But could be an interesting bet because the 49ers are not the 49ers that we saw in the Super Bowl last year. Not even close. This is a team that's a shell of itself, which is unfortunate for me because I have their defense in my fantasy league.
They're laying 3.5.
3.5? The 49ers, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Giants +3.5? I might take that.
Predicted score 26.8 to 19.4. That's exactly what I would. Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty safe.
I don't know how they're putting up 26 points. They're 2 running backs and their starting quarterback around, and their best receiver. How are they putting up 26 points?
I mean, the Giants lost Saquon Barkley. They just signed Devontae Freeman.
It has nothing to do with the 49ers putting up 26 points. How is that offense putting up 26 points? Did you see the backup quarterback against the Jets last week? He actually gave the Jets a shot.
The defense is still solid?
No, they lost their 3 best players, Solomon Thomas, Bosa, and Richard Sherman, and D. Ford, all out.
Fell to the turf. Maybe they'll lose a few more to the turf, too.
I'm telling you, the Giants.
Under 41.5.
This is
so
if
you're betting the under there, I guess.
There may never be an opportunity this season again for you to say, I'm going to take the Giants. This is it.
Take the Giants and the under, 41.5.
Giants in the under, 41.5. Yes, Giants in the under. Yeah. In fact, I may go Giants on the money line. I don't need the 3.5 points. That's not going to do anything for me. I think the Giants are just going to win outright. And I can get a better return if I bet them on the money line.
Well, it's OddsShark doesn't have the money line.
I'm sure DraftKings has it. I'm sure it's not as big as you might think it is because they've
Oh
the
no, money.
49ers
It's minus 190
for the 49ers. So
Yeah.
that's plus 190 for the Giants.
plus 165.
Okay. I
Not
mean,
really.
It's not huge.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you they think it's close.
I mean, minus 3.5.
There
is
may
as
not
close as it gets
be
in football,
there
really.
may not be another opportunity this season for you to bet the Giants and feel like you might have a shot this season. Is what I'm saying. By the way, if we're gonna talk NFL, one little update. I'm up one game in our bet. Cam Newton decided to run the same play that he ran 48 times throughout the game on the last play of the game.
I'm not upset about it though.
It was just, I mean,
A great
same
game
play.
against a really good team.
Man, they
the
look good though.
Seahawks.
The Patriots.
Seahawks are good.
Whew, no.
See-
The Patriots look really good. I'm a
I'm
little
saying
worried.
that the Patriots almost could have probably beat them
Mhm.
had they were just maybe run a different goal line play.
Cam Newton looks like
If he threw
prime
the ball,
Cam Newton.
if you throw,
I can't believe that they ran that play. They should have won that game.
or if he just went outside, faked it and went outside.
Everything that's wrong for like the Jets is just continuing to go wrong. You think the Patriots are finished, and they're
guess-
not. And
guess-
also, Jamal Adams is all over the field on every play. He
Guess
looks like
the Jets and Indy spread.
Jets plus. They're on the road. Jets plus 13.
Plus 11.5.
Okay.
There's a money line for you.
Jets plus 380.
500.
Oh man. 500. Oh, shit. If you bet $100 on the Jets, you win $500.
Should we do it?
They're not gonna win.
Might as well put it in the paper shredder.
They're not gonna win. How would we do
If
it?
they win, I'm going to be kicking myself, though.
We'd have to go to Jersey, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
They're not gonna win. They're just not. Come on. Oh,
Worst spread.
think about this. I will be in Jersey on Saturday for this wedding. I will be there. So any bets that you want to make this week, I'm your guy. I'm gonna take advantage of this for sure.
Do we put even if you
A
put
hundo on the Jets, nets $500,
50
right?
each. Yeah, $500.
I don't think they're winning, but plus 500 is
That would at least let me root for them.
unless you really want to go big, with 100 each, we win $1,000. Gives you a little reason to root for them, huh? A little reason to watch them at the garage on Sunday.
Actually, it might rain this weekend.
Is it gonna rain?
Yeah.
Damn.
Last I looked.
No. Nice sunny day.
Oh, would you look at that?
Rain got moved to Monday.
Yeah. I like the Monday rain instead.
Yeah, I prefer that. Even better. Maybe things are on our side.
This is why I can't gamble with Rich.
I'm in Jersey on
He's
Saturday.
the ultimate.
I'm in Jersey Sunday morning too. If you want to wait,
He's the ultimate optimist.
I certainly am. I'm in Jersey on Sunday morning. You let me know if we're doing it, and we'll do it. You don't have to make the decision now.
Phillip Rivers. I feel like he smokes us.
Oh man! All right, so $100 bet.
Is there a way to pull up Phillip Rivers' record against the Jets? There is on Pro Football Reference.
So $100 each, Billy. Nets us a cool 1,080 on the money line. Jets win.
It's interesting.
Now the Colts are not great. They are not, but they are light years better than the Jets.
What is it? If it just to cover the spread?
Like if we just bet on the spread.
Yeah. What is?
So plus 11.5 if we did $100.
That's same 100.
$200 each.
Same 100 each. Yeah, $200 on them covering.
We would win $382.
Not even close to worth it.
No.
But the money line.
That money line though.
Huh.
You got some time. I wake up on Sunday morning in Jersey. You let me know. I will place it. Honestly, if you say no, I might do it without you. Because I need a rooting interest for the Jets.
Okay.
And this might be it.
I don't know if I'm good for the full 100. I feel like $50. It's like I lost $50 in the Jets.
Yeah.
But you think about it. I usually go to one game a year. It's about $100 a ticket.
Right. No, way more.
I mean, less. A couple times it's ballpark around $100
It's
to
around there.
$125 a ticket. So if I were to lose this $100 on them, knowing I'm not going to go to a game this year,
Can we just make a point that New York needs to legalize sports betting? I need to be able to do this on my couch. I need to be able to sit down tonight and watch the Dolphins and Jaguars and bet on who's going to have the most receiving yards.
yeah.
They need to legalize it. I'm telling you, this could be the one. Maybe you know what? I tell you what, if the Jets win us $1,000, they can go 0-14 the rest of the way, and I would be totally fine with it. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Because I would feel like this season paid off.
I mean, $500 each.
Yeah, it's a nice little payday. I have a feeling we're doing it because we're gonna wake up and we're gonna kick ourselves if we don't, and then they win. And
If they win and we don't do it.
but the feeling of what do you think is worse? Is the feeling of us losing $100 each because they didn't show up worse than us feeling like shit if they win that game?
Almost.
I would feel pretty awful if they won that game. And I don't want all the joy to be strained out of probably what's going to be one of their only wins of the year. There's not going to be many football Sundays that you're going to feel good about the Jets this year. This could be the only one.
It could light a fire on this and really jazz us up to watch.
I'm jazzed up thinking about it. Yeah.
And it's a 4 o'clock game. We'll be
I know.
festering all day.
I know. We'll be in good shape. Little pizza, some duck donuts. Celebrate our win. Or we'll drown our sorrows.
Yeah.
It's a big day. Fuck, we're doing it. I'm doing it. I'm in. Because when am I ever going to be in Jersey again on a Sunday? And then still be able to watch the games? I'm doing it. 1,000% doing it.
All right. 50 each or 100 each?
100 each.
100 each.
100 each.
Okay.
We're in.
Okay.
The Jets need to show up this week. I can't even believe this. You know, we're out of our minds. They're never going to win. Oh, God. We're going to hope for the best. Hoping for the best. We need Sam to have a big week. They win on a last-second field goal or something. Look at this guy. He's paying me already. Just like that. All right. Cool.
Might as well light it on fire.
I can't believe. There it is. All right.
Who's
Biggest game of the year, Billy. Can't hold anything back now.
I know.
I know. We know. We know.
Saturday is also quite the sports night. Well, sport. Right? 'Cause
SEC football. I know you don't care about that, though.
The Lakers might play Saturday
That can't be what
also.
you're talking about.
No.
College football. Big day.
I was talking about Izzy Adesanya.
Huge, obviously.
52 minutes in. First time we're saying his name.
Paulo Costa. Any picks?
Someone's O must go. Yeah, I'm picking Izzy.
You taking
100%.
Izzy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we do a parlay? Pull it up. Can you? You can parlay 2 sports.
Of
right?
course you can.
On DraftKings.
You can parlay anything.
I mean, I know at a sports book you can.
You
but
can literally parlay a year in advance. I could parlay the Jets this weekend and how long the national anthem lasts at the Super Bowl. I can parlay anything. That's how crazy this betting world is.
Ooh,
All
this
right.
really has me jazzed. But then
Oh,
if
boy.
Izzy loses,
Yeah, then the Jets game is useless.
yeah. But if Izzy wins,
It's even heightened even more. But if Izzy wins, this is what happens when you bet. All right, so right now Adesanya is at it's empty -182, so he's the favorite.
pretty close.
So okay, add more. Oh man, this is wild.
Oh,
Are we really gonna do this?
I'm really jazzed.
So
up
here's
for
the
this fight,
NFL.
and
Now
if he-
we'll add the Jets to this little parade. Plus 440. Okay, so man. So now we're at plus 737 for the 2 things to hit.
So is that $7,000?
No, it's 1,700.
Oh.
If the two things hit, $200. Payout is 1,674.
So we're only adding $600 for a huge risk.
300 each. Yeah. Nice. I don't know if it's that huge of a risk.
Well, 'cause
Adesanya, I think, is going to win. The biggest question here is the Jets.
It's because he's a favorite. So
yeah. Now, if you wanted to go Costa, really make this a underdog weekend.
No, I can't root for Costa.
That would be like over $2,000, I think.
Okay.
But Izzy's your guy.
Okay,
You're not going to root
okay,
against
okay,
Izzy.
Okay. Here's one.
I can couple this with a big favorite in the NFL.
You're gonna
on
add.
Sunday.
You're gonna add 2 more.
Oh my God.
Okay.
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 Dom Reyes.
So we're adding more to the UFC.
I didn't finish yet.
Hold on. Let me just give you the odds on Dom Reyes. Okay. Okay. Minus 286. Huge favorite. Not going to net us a lot of money. But if you want to include him.
I feel like adding a parlay still increases the odds.
Yes.
Okay.
It would increase it,
Okay.
but not huge.
Okay. So the 2 favorites from the co-main and the main,
Mm-hmm.
and the New York Giants.
All right. There goes.
That's a 1 o'clock game too, right?
Yeah.
So from like 10 o'clock at night to
Saturday.
8 p.m., we're gonna be freaking out if everything's going according to plan.
Billy.
What's the number? Give me the number. Give me the number.
$6,000.
$6,000 for the same $200.
Yep. $6,000.
The one that holding me up is the Giants,
Really?
because I could see the Jets
Have you
winning.
seen the Jets?
I could see
Really?
them winning this game just to spite us.
If we did that and everything hit except the
It's
Jets,
so-
I may denounce them forever.
It's so Jets-like for them to win when they're that
Big an underdog? Yes.
expected to lose.
It is. $6,000
God.
for the 2 favorites. UFC should be
What if you just drop Dom?
no Adesanya?
No, just drop
Just
Dom.
get rid of Dom?
Yeah.
4,500.
And just Jets Giants?
Yeah. That's for Adesanya and the Jets.
I know. If you drop Izzy and just do
get
the
rid of
2
Adesanya?
Yeah, just do the New York football.
A little under $3,000.
No, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
You'd like to tell yourself that, wouldn't you?
It's a bad idea. Oh, fuck. No, they shouldn't legalize gambling. I'll talk to whoever I got to talk to. Cuomo, whoever the fuck I got to
Do
talk
not
to.
legalize
Kirsten
this.
Gillibrand, whoever I got to talk to.
However, I'm going to be in a state where it is legal, so let's think this over.
What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What were your thoughts?
I don't mind. The Giants and the Jets both winning is like, but Adesanya and the Jets?
That wasn't really worth the risk, right? It was only $1,600.
Yeah.
So what if we just did
Why don't we do
two-
separate bets?
Yeah.
Separate bets, I think, makes a little bit more sense.
Mhm.
But the payout won't be, what it
Because,
is.
like, what else is on that UFC card? I feel like I could predict the whole fucking card. Verdict has me locked
I mean,
in.
you're very good on Verdict. That's for sure.
Fucking blue belt over here.
If you'd done this last week, you would have cleaned up because you did very well on Verdict last week.
I mean, didn't you do better than me, technically?
Yes, but I missed one of the fights.
I missed the... Which fight did I miss? I picked who I was rooting for. I knew who was winning. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I was...
So you got Kai,
I would have been 7 for 7.
You got Brandon Royval and Kai Kara France. You got Ketlin Vieira and Ciara Eubanks.
Nah, fuck all that.
And Hakeem Dawudu, Zubara. That's all right, because they're in Abu Dhabi, so they got all the European and
Yeah, it's a lot of
international fights
international guys. Yeah. I feel like the only way those favorites of, like, if you did Dom by knockout and Izzy by
I don't know if you
decision.
could pick. Maybe.
You have to
Oh
pick
yeah,
something.
winning method. To win any knockout, submission, or DQ. To win by knockout. Okay.
What are those odds looking like?
For who?
Dom Reyes. We got Dominic Reyes versus
Plus
Jan
100.
Blachowicz.
So a $200 bet
Blachowicz.
for him to knock out Blachowicz would be $400.
Oh, that's actually pretty likely then. So if you parlayed that with an easy decision.
With an easy decision?
Yeah. Well, just do the 100 even, because like we're technically.
Oh, they're separate now?
Yeah. Do the 100 even on the knockout and parlay that.
$200. And then add.
Yeah, add that with
Adesanya?
with an easy decision. Winning method and pick.
It's
decision.
this one.
Yeah, so pick winning method and then decision.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's probably the favorite for him to win by decision. They don't really.
Wait, do you want Paulo Costa by knockout?
No.
Okay.
Why? What are the odds?
I'll tell you right now. Reyes by knockout. That was my question.
Oh yeah, Reyes by knockout and Izzy by decision.
Izzy by decision is plus 300. So if I add him, now we're at plus 700.
And then that's $100 bet, right? So is that
It's $800.
profit 700?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
And then the other 100 on the Jets.
These are all things that we could discuss. I'm in for all of these things.
And then the other 100 on the Jets.
So now we're $200 this weekend.
And then
each.
Dom really has to knock him out, though. I think Dom's gonna knock him out. That includes TKO, right?
I put Dominic Reyes as any kind of a finish. So knockout, DQ, submission.
So is it higher if you do
Only knockout?
by fist? Yeah, I don't like knockout or TKO together.
So Reyes by knockout. I don't know why that's not an option. It's like only.
Right there.
Oh,
KO, TKO, DQ.
there
Is
you
that higher than finish?
go. Not really?
Yeah, it's $40.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
You're probably better off just taking. I mean, he's not like a grappler, so he's not gonna make him submit.
I could see him wrapping it in guillotine or something though too.
God, what a dangerous world.
And then what was the 100 on the Jets again?
Like, what would we?
It was $500, right?
What would we get?
Yeah, it was $500.
We would.
What about that parlay though?
I think that $6,000 parlay.
Yeah, it's that way for a reason, but
200 on the Jets gets us $1,000. It's 500 each.
yeah, no, but if we were doing I'm not betting. I'm not betting more than $100.
No, this is
Total.
only the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
$100 each on the Jets.
yeah, no, but I was saying like if we did
If I
two
wanted-
separate bets, if we still did that UFC bet and then did that,
And then did this one.
Mhm.
You want to do like 100 on the UFC, so 50 each.
Yeah, 50 each per event.
Not a parlay, separate.
A jet bet and then a UFC parlay,
The UFC parlay.
like the two things we just went through.
Okay. I can do it now.
We'll talk
but yeah.
about it more.
Yeah,
we'll talk about
I like
it
it.
more.
Okay. Man, but at that point, like, if we really think all those things are going to happen, why don't we just combine them all? Like, if we really think that's going to happen, we
if
should just
Dom doesn't
combine
knock
them.
well, what was that? That $6,000 one was
That included
Dom-
the Giants.
Dom.
It
But
was
Dom winning.
Adesanya. No, it was just winning, not knockout, just
Dom
winning.
straight up, Izzy straight up,
Jets, Giants.
Jets, Giants, all straight up.
Yes. That was like $7,000. I don't know why I feel like we're gonna end up doing that one. 'Cause it's gonna be like, God. I may honestly like if we, but you see, this is where I get in trouble because like I would do that one, and
Maybe
then
we do it and then we find like another safety bet to cover our ass. That's like
Nothing is a safety bet. There's no such thing.
No, but there's like safety bet.
No. There's not.
There's safer bets.
There's throwing bad money at bad money. That's all there is. We got time. It doesn't have to be done right now. You got time. We can crunch the numbers.
With ideas.
We can crunch the numbers. I know. I think that all those 4 things are going to happen. I don't know why, but it's like if
it happens,
if we really think
really
think that Reyes and Adesanya are going to win, why are we not just pairing it with the Jets? It doesn't make sense not to. We're losing money.
It's Murphy's Law.
Yeah. If we think that those things are going to happen, there's no reason we don't pair them with the Jets.
Yeah. See, this is why usually I know he's not a UFC guy, but this is like why you need Paul in your life, because you'd be like, this is a fucking stupid idea.
He's gonna be like,
you guys are retarded.
You're retarded. You're betting on the Jets. He's like, I don't know. He's gonna be like, I don't know why you would ever do that.
Should we call him? No, he's gonna talk us out of it.
He's gonna talk us out of it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. He could try all he wants. I'm gonna wake up Sunday morning and place this goddamn thing. So
maybe if we're gonna, well, no, because if we're gonna do the parlay, it has to be Saturday morning.
Yeah, which is fine
when you get there.
Yeah, I'll be there at like 2 in the afternoon. I just have to be across the border, and then I can place it. Oh God.
Oh. All right. Let's wrap this episode up.
We'll discuss. We'll let you know how we do. We'll post it on our social media. There's definitely going to be some kind of bet placed. Billy's already given me the money, so something's happening one way or the other. Maybe it's just the Jets. Maybe we combine the UFC with it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, maybe.
I want some kind of a rooting interest in that Jet game, though. I don't want Adesanya and Reyes to cost us.
I mean,
Sunday.
those 2 separate bets still worth it to do. It's not $6,000.
We could separate them.
It's not $3,000.
I'm sure. What would it be if we just did Adesanya and Reyes?
You said it was like $700, $800.
Is that for if we did
that
like 50
was Dom
each?
by knockout? Yeah, I think you did it for $100 total bet.
Okay, so Adesanya, Edmore,
and
Reyes.
You did Dom by finish and Izzy by decision. We could also price out straight up.
Mm-hmm. We did. That's what I did here. So if we did $100 each on those guys, it would be $500. I don't know if that's really worth it.
And that's straight up.
That's for those 2 to win straight up.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
That gives us $250.
Because that almost covers our Jets loss.
Yep.
And I feel like that's almost a lock.
Yep. No, it does more than cover the Jets loss. It gives us a profit of $150.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We spent $100. Well, actually, no.
Let's wrap this episode up. And then
all right. Be sure to follow us and subscribe. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Google Podcast.
Send us some betting advice.
Interns, felons are welcome. Be sure to send us your resume from Prison Block D.
Just don't be a robber.
Just don't be a robber. Anything else, apparently, Billy's fine with.
No thieves.
No thieves.
Or rapists.
And don't try to talk us out of our bet because it's not going to work.
And if you're from Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
Yeah, we're going to tag you.
Hit us up.
That hamburger barn or whatever the hell it's called, we're coming for you. For sure. Have a good one.